And today we go in depth talking about President Obama's Supreme Court nominee. He and his team whittled down the candidates to a select few federal appellate judges. And now we speak with Dr. Jeremy Levitt, an international law professor at Florida A&M University, about the president's candidate. And thank you so much for being with us. We do appreciate that. So absolutely. So let's talk about the Senate Republican, obstruction here. Will this nominee even get a hearing?
Well, that's a great question. The role of the president, according to the Constitution, Article 2.2, is to nominate. It says the president shall nominate. Now, that nomination is only as good as the Senate itself doing its job. And the Constitution says that with the advice and consent of the Senate, that the nominee would be considered. So if we don't go forward, then we have 9 months of obstruction by the GOP.
So did the president compromise, do you think, by picking a more moderate candidate?
Well, he has said that he liked Garland in the past and that Garland was a finalist. Garland has already been through the Senate Judiciary Committee. That's how he got on the D.C. Court of Appeals circuit. But I think that he may have picked someone who was more moderate to appease the Republicans and others that are more moderate. It would have been nice for him to consider an African American or an Asian, but he picked someone who has a very, very unimpeachable record.
So after Justice Scalia's death, how long do they have to wait to fill that vacant seat? Is there anything in the literature about that? No,
I mean, the president nominates, the Republicans can stall as long as they want. The Constitution doesn't allow them to. The Constitution is very clear. The process and the Founding Fathers intended for the Senate Judiciary Committee to hold hearings on the candidate and to make a determination up or down, and then it would go to the full Senate for a vote.
And there's a whole political game involved with this pick. Talk to me about that.
Well, it's interesting because anything Obama is going to be denied by Republicans in the Senate and the Congress. So there's nothing that Obama can do. He has been stifled for years because of Republican obstructionism. That said, there may have been some good reasons for there to be obstructionism. Here, though, I think the judiciary should not be politicized, that we should move forward with appointing a judge. We need one on the court. The court can't operate with just 8 judges. We need 9. Going forward, there are 2 important cases, one on abortion, one on affirmative action, and Justice Kagan can't even hear the case on affirmative action because she was Solicitor General. So it could be that we have 7 justices deciding a case when we should have 9.
And we have Merrick Garland going tomorrow to the Hill to go one-on-one with the Senate. What happens, Dr. Levitt, if this is blocked?
Well, we have to hope and pray that the force of his personality and his credentials and the political process will work here, and that people can be convinced on the Senate Judiciary Committee to hold hearings and vote one way up or down. If not, the only alternative Barack Obama has is to make a recess appointment in August, which has been done by Eisenhower. William Brennan was appointed via recess appointment, and we have one other judge. Earl Warren, one of our most famous judges, was appointed by recess appointment.
And we have about 10 seconds left, but your reaction to seeing Merrick Garland with his speech, very emotional, of course,
yes,
talking about his wife right off the bat.
Yes, well, it is very clear he's someone that has a lot of passion and love for his job, and he was taken by the moment. Let's just hope that that emotion wouldn't intervene in his decision-making on the court.
Indeed. Dr. Jeremy Levitt, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.